So Jack, I see the Airgroup logo all over. It's on my bike, it's on bikes in the Enduros, I've seen it other places. What is Airgroup and how did you get into motorcycles?
Well, a little bit to understand Airgroup. The group that I run is a piece of a very big company, billion-dollar air freight and logistics company. I operate the projects group, which is about 17 years old. And if you think about shipping, we move on where UPS and FedEx leave off. So FedEx and UPS are the we'll call it the generic carriers in the industry. They go from point A to point B, you fit into their mold and it works. Where we start is if the freight's too big or more urgent than what a FedEx can handle, our clients will give that to us. We work, specifically my group works with a select group of very large companies. We're talking the Chryslers of the world, the Case New Hollands, the John Deeres, the big players that have an urgency to move their parts, delivering in the middle of the night, same day, those type of things.
So when I need an engine shipped and I call you up and I say, I need this engine to go out to Husqvarna, it needs to be there by Thursday. I know it gets there because they always say they got it. How does it get from Flaherty, Kentucky to Murrieta, California, just with my phone call to you?
Well, like every niche customer that we have, we've educated a couple key people on our side of what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the pitfalls if something fails. So they understand why you want that motor out, how quickly. Does it benefit you to get it there earlier? Does it matter if it gets there later? So the real mechanics of it is we pick up that motor at Flaherty Tractor. We pick it up. We take it back to Louisville. Radiant, the parent company of Airgroup, is the largest client of Southwest Airlines cargo. So we'll use a commercial airline. We'll put that on the commercial airline. We will fly it out to Los Angeles. Our local facility, which is be another Airgroup facility, they'll pick that up at the airport and it'll be driven directly over to Murrieta. We also ship to Corona, different places like that, and they're used to that. That's their area. So we're the freight arrangers, so to speak. You have a need. Our folks can arrange it from start to finish. That's something that, again, we take the FedEx and UPS and take it up a notch. And we may deliver that at 7 a.m. in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, if that's what your need is. But that's really the mechanics of how we move your engines. You don't know it behind the scenes how it works, but that's really, we're picking it up, we're flying it, and we're delivering it. It's broken down that simple within a standard set of rules.
Okay, now I understand how the packages get from point A to point B. You guys obviously are my title sponsor this year and have stepped up in a big way to help out my program. This is what I do to make a living, and you guys are a big part of that. How does that fit into what Airgroup does as a company?
Well, having your logos on the motorcycles, or our logos on your motorcycles, and the logos on the trailers, getting us the exposure, it does a couple things. One, we all understand that, well, first leading into it, we all understand that it has to be cost justified. Everything does in this world. But what it does for us, it helps us strengthen our relationships with other sponsors. The FMFs of the world, some of the clothing brands that we rely on to help us with our teams to keep this machine running. It also brings in, as all marketing does, it brings in additional business to us. There are a lot of fans in the industry that we could never reach otherwise, that say, we appreciate the fact that they're assisting and keeping things going, so we're going to help them. The AMA is an important client for us. We ship for several clients that we wouldn't even have found had we not been in supportive of this. So it's twofold. One, we want high exposure athletes that help us achieve our goal. And two, we want to help other athletes get to your level. So we've kind of got twofold in that respect.
I think it's awesome that a company, you really have nothing to do with motorcycles at first glance, but you guys are really supporting it. I think it's awesome.
Well, I've understood the motorcycles for a lot of years. We do work with OEs today, shipping some of their parts, some of their full motorcycles. We do have a great relationship with a couple of those OEs. So it is our passion. It's a fun piece of the business that we have. We're used to operating in a niche environment, so it's no different. Once our operational folks get educated into the culture, then it's secondary. It's like any other business. This one just happens to be on TV every weekend, which is a big help. It's a great fun. It's a great bang for the buck from the marketing dollars, and we enjoy it as a company.
Well, thanks for having us out, Jack.
You're welcome. Anytime. Stop in.